I'll tell you guys, I just don't know. I just don't know where we're heading these days. Yep. You're probably wondering why old Steve-O's got this hard hat on. Well, this hard hat I wore for like the last 5 years of my pipeline foreman position. Yep. Patriotic, old Steve-O. Land of the free and the brave. So I had to display this. I first saw it and I said, I gotta have that thing, man. So anyway, yeah, you're wondering what is hard hats got to do with and pole dancers, hard hats and pole dancers, and doctors and big pharma. They all kind of tie in. It's unbelievable how this could happen. But let me explain. We used to have a thing on the job site. These cute little girls would come out. Some of them, were real hotties. Hotties. And they'd come out, and we had this one. I had a bunch of them. It was Amanda, Stacy. Oh yeah, these girls were unbelievable. But what I found out they did, their day job was day labor service. They would go around the job sites. Like Amanda, she pulled up, the first time I saw her, she pulled up in a Mercedes-Benz. Yep, Mercedes-Benz. And she gets out her their little mini skirt, and she comes up, and myself and the superintendent were standing there, and she jumps out. She comes up to me and she says, "Oh, I like you." I said, "Oh, very good, very good. Thank you very much." I said, "Who might you be with?" "Well, I'm from day labor service, and you need help, don't you? You need some help out here." I said, "You know something? I am a man down today. What do you got? Can you get a guy out here with a strong back and a weak mind in about an hour?" "Oh, yeah. One moment." Boom, 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 boom. She's on the phone. Gets to talk to somebody. Sure enough, they bring him out. A knuckle-dragging caveman. And I said, "He's perfect." I said, "Let's get him in the trenches there. I got pipeline to do." And so anyway, and we got to chitty-chat, and the guy says, you want a cup of coffee?" She says, "Sure, sure." So he says, "Steve, you want a cup of coffee?" "Yeah, I'll take a cup of coffee." We go in the trailer. And I said, "I'm kind of curious. How did you land this job?" "Well, I needed something to fill in my daytime stuff." "Oh, okay, cool, cool." I said, "Well, you work nights too?" "Oh, yeah. I'm a dancer." I said, "You mean one of those pole dancers?" Yeah. So we're sitting there having coffee, and I look over at Kevin, and he's just drooling all over himself, looking at this little cutie pie, And she looks at me and she says, "Steve, I need to get a breast job." I said, "You want a breast job?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "How much are those?" She said, "Oh, they're $5,000. I said, $5,000? I said, why don't you take that money and do something, useful with it, get some new tires for your Mercedes or something." And she said, "No, the boys like that." I said, I don't know what boys you're talking to, but I said, most guys that I know don't really care about those fake puppies, hanging out on girls, fake stuff. And she said, "Oh no, they love it. When I'm up there dancing, they just love it, love it, love it, love it. I've noticed all the other girls, they have them." I said, "Okay, yeah." I said, I'll tell you what, man, let me go home and check with Miss Daisy. I got an IRA coming due, and let me see if I can't pull that money out of there and get you a brand new set of puppies." And I looked over at Kevin, and Kevin's going, "Oh my God." And I said, I don't know how Miss Daisy's going to go for that one, but, I can ask. I ask questions, so I could ask. And then she said, you know, guys, if I had a stripper pole in here, I could show you guys some moves. And I said, I'll bet you could. I bet you got some moves going on there, girl. And so anyway, I look over at Kevin, and Kevin's just, Steve, you're the construction guy. Can't you get that done? I said, I can get that done in a heartbeat. That's easy. I said, I got 20-foot lengths of drill pipe laying over in the bone pile. I can have you a stripper pole in here in about 5 minutes. All I got to do is tell the boys to bring that track over here and hook up a piece of that drill pipe. And I said, I'll shove that sucker right slap through the roof, right through the floor into the ground. I'll tap her down a little bit so she's nice and tight. And I said, you girl have you one heck of a stripper pole in here real quick. She said, oh God, Steve, do it. That would turn me on so much. And I looked back over at Kevin, and he's just sitting there grinning from ear to ear. He says, do it, Steve. He says, get her done. He says, I'll just tell the company that rented this trailer, but I won't tell them till about the end of the job. You know, he said, I'll just tell them that, you know, job site accidents happen. Oh, boy. And I said, what else you do? I knew what she did. I knew she was a hooker, right? And so she said, well, I do escort service too. I said, oh, okay. Like Steve, I didn't know that, right? And anyway, she was a fun kid to be around, and this and that. She even offered, she said, if you ever get lonely, Steve, here's my number. Yep, she needed old Steve-O to give her a little escort service. Isn't that beautiful? And I said, you know, I got to miss Daisy, and I don't think she would approve of me escorting a little young honey like you around town. She just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I said, there's only 2 things holding me back from this, Amanda. Only 2 things. Fear and common sense. And she almost fell out with that one. She was laughing so hard. Anyway, yeah, these guys, these companies, and that's where I'm going with the doctor deal, okay? Because every time I'd go to the doctor, I'd be sitting, and you'd have a whole room full of people. Back in the day, there was a place was full of people, and just sitting around waiting and waiting. You got a friggin' 10 o'clock appointment, and oh yeah, they don't start till 10, and you're sitting there an hour and a half, 2 hours, just before you even get called back. So I got to take this hard hat off. We're done with that. I got to put my doctor's hat on. So, yeah, you're sitting out there in that waiting room forever. And I keep seeing these good-looking, honey, Amanda-looking girls and Stacy-looking girls coming through the short mini skirts, right? Yeah. They're coming through. And I'd about fed up with it, you know, guys. I just really was. I just went on and on. And they were just coming one after the other. And I could hear the doctor back over here in the room, supposed to be waiting on me, right? Over here giggling and laughing, and playing hiney grab or whatever over here in another room. The walls are thin, you can hear right through them, you know. So I'm going, Jesus God. And so I finally get in with the doctor, but these girls just keep coming and going. And I said to the doctor, I said, when I finally got in there, I said, boy, that was a little cutie you had there. He said, yeah, isn't she a beauty? I says, does she do pole dancing at night? And, you know, what? Huh? I said, I'm just curious, Doc. I just, you know, I knew how it worked, you know. Sex sells, right? It has from beginning of time, sex sells. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this one out, right? So I asked him about this. Does she pole dance at night? How in the heck would I know that? I said, because she probably does. Okay, I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing ideas out there, Doc, because I like to ask questions. Anyway, he didn't think I was too comical on that one. So, and then Dr. Ken Berry, I was listening to him one day. This whole Amanda Stacy pole dancing thing came around to him. his office, these girls were coming in. Well, he was in talking to one of these cutie pies in one of his other rooms. And it was a little old lady, sweet little white-haired old lady, was sitting in a room patiently waiting for Dr. Ken Berry to come in. This little old lady saw that cutie pie walk by her door to go in. And Ken Berry and her in there having a little chitty chat. She could hear what they were talking about. He finally gets done with that cutie pie and comes over to the sweet little old lady. And the little old lady says, "You know, Dr. Berry, I used to be that cute." He goes, "Whoa, excuse me? I used to be as cute as that little girl you were just talking to. And I just wished, you know, Dr. Berry, from now on, that you would spend as much time with me as you do that little cutie pie." And he said he was so embarrassed. He went out after that, got done with the old woman, and he went to his office personnel because he was embarrassed. He said, "I do not want to see any more of these people, big pharma drug people, coming in my office, tying up my time, because my time is devoted to my patients, not drug companies. So, I don't want to see any more of these people come in. Now, if they want to set up an appointment after hours, maybe I can have a chit-chat, but we will not be putting up with this anymore." So now, if you go in a doctor's office, it's probably the same way in your area, you're not going to see any of the cutie pies. And if you do, that drug company has not got the memo yet, okay? But I don't see them anymore. But I was in the doctor, and I went in there at one time. I think it was a time or two back. I don't see him but once a year. Yeah, it was the last time. And he had a new doctor in there, a little trainee doctor, fresh out of med school. And my doctor knows we've had some I've puckered him up a few times in there with our little discussions. I'm one of those hard cases, you know. I'm not just buying everything they're throwing at me. No. Those Steve-O revolving door Dr. Delight program for Steve, no, that's over, okay? All I want to do is see where my blood work is, see if there's anything scary on that. And there's nothing on it anymore since I've changed my way of life, all right? Anyway, I go in there, and the new doctor's sitting there, young buck. He says, "Mr. Dennis, I see here you've got a little elevated cholesterol." I said, "Really?" "Yeah, you've got a high HDL. I mean a LDL. That's the bad cholesterol. And then you've got. And then you say anything about anything else, right?" I said, "Oh, okay. Is that scary?" "Well, it's concerning. It's concerning, sir. Your total is 250. I said, "What's my HDL?" Now, anything, guys, above 50, you are good to go. He said, "You're running 60. I said, "Oh, good. That's a good thing." And he said, "This LDL is what bothers me." I said, "You want to know something, Doc? I don't care if my LDL goes to the frigging moon. I do not care. I'm only concerned with HDL." Oh, here's a cocky little old man right here now. And about this time, my regular doctor walks in. And he's looking. He says, "Mr. Dennis here, he doesn't want to take cholesterol medication." The old doctor's grinning, right? And I said, "Yeah, I had to explain to your buddy here." I said, "Your new doctor here, that my HDL is 60, and I'm very happy." And the doc says, "It really doesn't matter." Now, this guy is so full of, I think he used to have hazel eyes, but I think, like mine, I have hazel eyes. I think he used to have hazel eyes, but I think he's gone totally brown-eyed now, okay? He's that full of it. And then the doc says, and I said, by the way, you guys had me sign a piece of paper clearing you that I don't want to take it, so I have to sign a piece of paper. I said, I'll tell you what, guys, I'd be more worried for you guys to have a peer person sign a paper saying you're not responsible for this poison you're pumping in me. And they go, it's like it's a joke. Anyway, doctor says to this new guy, he says, you know, what are you going to do with a patient like this? What are you going to do with a guy like this? You know, because when you start up your own practice, you're going to have guys like this come in here. I said, oh yeah. I said, yeah, doc, and I'll tell you what, when I get done talking to a lot of people, there's going to be a whole bunch more of us. And the guy got this look on his face, right? Because they're all trained by Big Pharma. I don't know if you guys know that. All these doctors, facilities, the whole bit, all their tools, goodies, whatnots, are all done up by Big Pharma because they're training them how they want to have these doctors do their job, all right? So anyway, that's how all that works. This young doctor said, I guess I could take him out back. I said, yeah, you could probably take me out back at the woodshed. We can go out there right now if you like. And the doctor said, I don't know, Steve looks like he's in pretty good shape. And this kid said, and he was pretty good built. He said, I don't know if I could take this old man or not. I said, I don't know if you can or not either. But we'll give her a go, son. Let's give her a go. And they just kind of like, the kid wasn't grinning too much, but the old man, the old doctor, he was kind of giggling a little bit, like, Steve, you're not gonna change him up. So now, where I'm going with all this pole dancing stuff and you know, cute girls and all, you don't see those girls anymore. No, they're all gone. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? They're probably now at it got a little pole dance set up in the insurance companies. And oh, the other thing too. Let me back up. I told the doctor and this young buck here. I said, listen, I'm saving you guys a whole bunch of money. I'm saving that. Tell that insurance company I'm saving them people a whole lot of money by me not taking that drug. He said, Steve, that ain't the way it works. I said, oh, well, you tell me how it works. He said, now get this, guys. He said, Big Pharma pays bonuses to insurance companies and he didn't come out and say it, but insurance companies are throwing doctors now a bone. Now how big that bone is, and I don't know. But that's how it works. You got the cute little pole dancing girls out of the picture. Big Pharma now tells insurance companies, and that's the other thing. The doctor said, what insurance company do you have? I told him. He said, there's a problem right there. There is a problem, Steve. I said, well, what would that be? Because they want to know what you're taking. I said, why does an insurance company want to know what I'm taking? The only guy that needs to know that is you. That's not how it works, Steve. They get kickbacks. I said, you got insurance companies getting money from Big Pharma. Yeah. And I didn't say, how much are you getting? But you know darn well, guys, they're getting their pockets padded. Then I got insurance companies calling the house because I only go in once a year. Do you know when he gets done with me and he sends me up to the front desk to check out? The little girl at the front desk says he wants to see you in 2 months. I said, I don't think so. I'll see him next year at this time. Huh? Nobody talks back to these people but Steve-O. I said, yep, I'm going to see you in 1 year. I said, so the little girl that normally, I've known her for years in that office. I've been going to this guy from way back anyway. She knows me well. And this was kind of a newer girl. She said, I don't think the insurance company is going to care for that. I said, well, just when they start raising Cain with you just tell them, old Steve-O's saving them a lot of money. She was flustered. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know whether to poop or go blind, okay? So, anyway, the little girl that normally works the office came, oh, hey, Steve, how you doing? I said, real good. She said, problem here? Yeah, he doesn't want, oh, no, he's exempt from all that. He doesn't need to come in but once a year. I told the girl, I said, yeah, because if I come in 2 months, all I'm going to be doing is coming in here to say howdy. And I got bees to work. I don't have time for this shenanigans, okay? So anyway, that's how it all ties in, guys. I'm sorry about that. And, yeah, sorry about that. But I just had to give you a little heads up. You know how I roll. All right, let's quit with all the doctor talk. I know it's not good for you. I've probably given you hypertension right about now, and I apologize for that, all right? Let's go get some bees in a box. I got 2 packages out here we got to get in a box, okay? See you in a bit. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Glad you could join old Steve-O this morning. You're beautiful people. I tell you what, you are beautiful people. I don't care what they say about you. Steve-O thinks you're beautiful people. Yes, I do. And there's something else beautiful. Boom, package bees. Boom, package bees. Yeah. Let me show you. I want to do a little different trick on our queens here. Get my camera set up here. Hopefully everything goes in the vision here nicely. What you do on these tops, they got a sliding top here, and you look down and you push that over and you lift that off. You grab your little beautiful baby girl out of here, and you can see her running around in there. You can name her if you want to. She's very cute. You could name her I don't know, maybe Amanda or maybe Stacy. You know, whatever you want, guys. All right, you got your little plug in there. You got your little plug in there. You got one at each end. Don't pull this one now. No. Pull this one right here on the candy end, just like that. Get a little T-pin or something, pull that out. Right? Then what I want to do is take my string frame, a Steve-O string frame, and I want to put this cage screen side down up under here. Look at there, guys. That's the same size, just a tad bigger than your you know, frame. But I want to kind of turn it. I want to try to turn the candy toward this end, but I'm going to kick it over here a notch. It's not going to be in the center of the colony. It's not going to be in, well, it's off-centered a little bit. But you see I got the candy end here and the screen end down. I don't want any, what I'm trying to accomplish is not have any liquid syrup if it happened to drip, you know, down on baby girl's head. All right. So I'm going to take this zip tie here and we're going to put it on this frame. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Right there it is. Okay. I'm going to take my snips now. I'm going to cut off this extra. We don't need that hanging out. All right. So now what I'm going to do, set my package over here for a second. And what I've got here is a string frame on the outside. I've got some drawn comb here that I salvaged from a die out. I got another drawn comb here. I got a string frame. drone comb, string frame. All right. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I'm going to move this over. I'm going to take my queen and I'm going to install her right down in here with a string frame. On a string frame, right in between two drawn combs. Right? Shove that over like that. Now we got it going on, guys. We got it going on. Now we're going to take our package, give them a squirt. We're going to give them a little thump. We're going to pull out our can. Boom, right over top of her, just like that. Is that beautiful, guys? Is that a beautiful thing or what? Look at them. Ease it back down, real slow. They're gonna smell mama. They're gonna smell mama over here and they're gonna go migrate down. That's what we want. All right, let's spin around and catch this one. I love these packages, guys. This will be my 4th package for the year. And that's all I'm going to do. And I suggest you guys do the same thing. You guys do what you want. But this just gives you more bloodline, you know, genetics. Gives you more genetics in your apiary. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Well, this isn't too slick. Mama girl's still alive in there, but her 3 attendants, and they got kind of sloppy with that deal. Normally you have about 6 attendants in there, so I'm not real happy with that scenario. But this candy was down. Those bees inside were feeding her. That's kind of the beauty of these packages. They can get at her and feed her. Yes. So we will go ahead and install this cage. I'm going to get this started and pull this ring down a little bit to about there. I'm going to put her in, but I'm putting the candy back this way toward the center of the nest. There, she's nice and tight. She's nice and tight up in there. Double check, make sure that plug is out of that candy end. Give them a squirt of syrup. There you go. There you go, guys. You might want to reduce this entrance slightly. These guys are a little bit vulnerable and, you know, to a little bit of robbing action. Actually, I could take, say, a brick here. That's not going to work unless I had a partial brick I could cut off. I don't want the holes in there. I will get something and reduce that entrance, guys, a little bit. I want to block that entrance down to about like that. And as these girls start fattening up this hive, I'm going to move it over. And there's about 2 inches there by 3/4. That's plenty. That's plenty good. These girls here are migrating down nice. I did put a screen on here and lifted it up. I got about, I don't know, maybe a 2-inch, not quite a 2-inch window in there instead of the full 4-inch. Cut it down a little bit. If you don't, you're just asking for it. There's not a whole lot of nectar coming in right now, and these other hives will take advantage of the situation now. If they see somebody weak, they'll come in and kick hiney and rob out their resources. You know, I don't know, something like maybe, I don't know, Big Pharma. I know, stop it, Steve, just stop it, okay? But, all right, guys, I sure appreciate you stopping in. I mean, this is a quick video, and sorry for the other lengthy stuff that we talked about yesterday, but, you know, it is what it is. You just gotta, if you see corruption and craziness, guys, you need to call it out. I mean, you know, I don't care who it is. You need to call it out. Because, you know, we got innocent people in this country. We got the greatest country on the planet. And we don't need people just running around with this greed and craziness and taking advantage of innocent people, you know. So speak up and get on Steve's team and join Steve-O's army. Steve-O's, let's call it Steve-O's Holistic Army. And the bad people don't want to see a holistic Steve-O army coming at them, you know. We may change our name over to Steve-O's Killer Bee Army. And when the enemy sees us coming, will just, when they hear we're coming, okay, they will just lay down their weapons and just, you know, let us take over and just take care of each other, all right? Thanks for stopping by. Be happy. Be strong. We gotta keep getting it on, guys. See ya. Okay, guys, one last little quick tip here. This lid was a little warpage on it. These colonies are weak, so run your shrink wrap. Get them small rolls of shrink wrap and run around those. I did it to both of these. And do that. We don't want any robbing here. We don't want any robbing. And see what I did? I just took a piece of screen, went over, put 2 staples, reduced it. It'd be easy to pop off. Now, one other little quick thing. Well, actually, a couple of things. You're going to have bees hanging all over. They're disoriented and everything else. They don't know, you know, they don't know which way to go. Sorry about the camera action. You're going to have bees hanging all over this thing here. Just take a dustpan and a bee broom and get them in here and dump them on the entrance. I just did this a few minutes ago. I had a massive amount of bees here. I dumped them on the entrance right here and they just went right in. Same with this one. Same with this one. They were hanging all over, disoriented. I sweep them into my pan. I dump them on the entrance. They say, oh, we got to go here. Okay. You know what they said? Thank you, Steve-O. You're the man. See you on the next one, guys. Bye-bye.